Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. For today I'm going to be showing you all my top 10 favorite palettes to wear during October. So happy October if you're seeing this. Let's go ahead, dive in and show you the beautiful, most spookiest palettes in my collection. So this is not a ranking because y'all don't make me rank these beauties right here. Number one, it's just like right in front of me. We're going to start off with the Vamp palette from Beaute Bar. This baby is brand spanking new to me. I do have a video on most of these palettes I'm going to be mentioning today, but holy moly, is she just the most perfect palette to talk about today, so that's why I wanted to mention her first. I'm a sucker for anything vampire-esque aesthetic palettes, like you name it, movies, shows. Everything about this palette draws me in and it's captivating. The shimmers are absolutely stunning. The mattes are exceptional. They're just the amazing Beaute Bar formula. So I just cannot wait to continue to reach for this palette during the spooky season. You're gonna have to let me know if you picked this one up. Did you dupe it? Is it on your wish list? Because this one right here is just like my October, like a bloody palette. Okay, number two is the recently Deinfluenced palette. A lot of these are from Beaute Bar. They definitely love their spooky season. I'll actually have one of the shades out in a different palette. Let me just pop you right in because I love doing build your own palettes. Look how easy that was. Like, I wish I could see the palette in front of me, but like I'm keeping it to myself. Anyways, holy moly, I wish I did not wait as long as I did. I bought this during their recent sale. It was like 20% off. I got this in literally no looking back. This palette is so amazing. One of my favorite palettes from the brand. The colors, honestly, I looked at it and I was like, well, that's kind of colorful, a little bit out of my comfort zone. But guys, whenever I started creating looks with this palette, mixing and matching the warms with the cools, or just sticking with the warms, just sticking with the cools, this formulation is absolutely incredible, top tier. All my looks turned out absolutely beautiful. So definitely recently Deinfluenced is one of my top favorite palettes in my collection. It is next level amazing. It was impossible for me to just pick one Beaute Bar palette, and I do have one more, so three. I believe there's four. Look, they dominate spooky season for me. Number three from Beaute Bar, this is the Basic Witch palette right here. My palette's a little dirty, let's just ignore that. This one is not magnetic. I don't know if they've updated it to where the new one is or not. But stop. I have not reached for this spooky season yet. I need to do this ASAP. Maybe if I do like a 4 palettes, 4 looks, I can incorporate this one. Let me know down below if you want to see any of these in a video like that, because y'all seem to really like it. So I'm telling you, like, I stay right here. This little trio right here, and then this green, like this little L has my heart. I love this palette so much, like all of it, but especially like this and like some of these deep tones. I just absolutely love this formulation. I love the color story, I love the sparkles, and I don't even like pinks, but something about this palette makes me like pink. So, or is it just like a Beaute Bar thing? Like, I love everything they come out with. Anyways guys, I absolutely love Basic Witch. It's just iconic in my collection. Now let me just go ahead and get the last one from Beaute Bar, because you're at the very bottom. This is Poison Garden, and I am telling you, this is a large palette. It is magnetic, but I love the color story. It's a very grungy, very smoky, deep, dark, sexy palette, but I do like that they incorporated some lighter shimmers that you can help brighten it up. I love that they incorporated like this yellow mustardy shade. I don't know, this just makes me think of fall, but like the cold fall, you know, like the deep, dark, sexy version of fall. I don't know guys. This is actually a few of the shimmers that I have on my eyes today. I just love this palette so much. This is the first palette that Beaute Bar ever sent to me, and it's just going to always be so special in my collection. But the quality, like, golly, man, it just knocks my socks off. I feel like every time they launch something, it's just like a step up, a step up. It just gets better and better. So that's what we like to see. Let me also show you what's on my eyes. This is the other palette that I wanted to mention. One of my favorite spooky palettes. This is the Haunted Pumpkin palette from Give Me Glow. Now, some of these may be discontinued. Some may no longer be available. I don't even know if you can get this anymore. For sure not like in the big daddy pans that I have. But I love these mattes with my whole heart. The shimmers are stunning. They are so pigmented. Like, I'm just going to swatch them real quick so you can see how next level They are. They're so pretty, guys. They are just stunning. Oh my goodness. I love their shimmers. They're so, so beautiful. But these undertones in this palette have my heart. So definitely an amazing palette. One of my favorites for spooky seasons. I love me some orangey shades with some neutrals. I love the embossings. I love the packaging. Like, 100 out of 10. I love this palette so much, and it makes me even happier that it's the massive palette. I know a lot of people do not like that, which is, I'm assuming, why they switched to the smaller pans, but I just love the big fat pans that Give Me Chloe used to come out with. Let's see. Let's mention this one from Nomad Cosmetics. This is Ghost Town USA. The packaging is so fun and cool, very innovative. It's like the lenticular motion, like you can just like do that, you know. Anyway, it's a color story. It is spooky, dark, deep, and mysterious. I love that you can get neutrals, you can get very smoky looks, you can get colorful looks. I love this formulation so much. This is one of my favorite palettes from Nomad. This is another one where the shimmers, they just truly are so soft, and they are very pigmented and sparkly and absolutely beautiful. So they did not miss with this palette. I just love everything about it. It's so fun. And this is another example of, you can wear this year round. We're just doing this for funsies, like, because spooky season is one of my favorite times as far as makeup and just like the aesthetic overall. Everyone loves fall. Not everybody, but most people love fall, and that's one of the palettes in my collection that I can use year round. I use most of these year round, but that's a really good one if you're a neutral lover but you just want a little bit of spookiness. Now this one right here, this is Glamlite's Ghost Face Lives palette. I completely like demolished mine in a way and just came up with my own favorite shades in this palette. So what you see is not what you get if you were to buy this today. I just kind of created my own lovely palette from kind of like my interpretation of what I would imagine Ghost Face palette being. So I took theirs and then just kind of like made it better for me personally. I included some cream shades in here, multi-chrome, sparkly, shiftiness, all the things, because I feel like the original was a little bit too monochromatic for me. Like I couldn't get lots of different looks, but I love my version of a Ghost Face, and I'm so happy that I just kind of like mixed in my beautiful magical multi-chromes that I had in my collection. Oh my gosh, guys, I found another one from Beaute Bar. Are you dominating like half of palettes? Whoops, I didn't even realize this. Okay, this is Strange and Unusual. This is amazing, guys. I do have the original quality. I do not have the updated one with the magnetic pans. I love this palette so much. Is the quality on par with what we see now from them? No, this is like their older version, but it's still so fun and beautiful. This is one of the palettes that truly started it all for me, and it's gonna be so special. It is like incredibly shifty, yummy goodness, and I just absolutely, every time I use this palette, I feel so much inspiration, and the looks are endless. So this is, and also like Beetlejuice is one of my favorite movies, so it's just got a very special place in my heart. It's iconic, and I feel like they for sure dominated the spooky palette roundup that we have. I have two left to talk about, and these are the Haunted palette from Gourmande Girls, and this is Spooked palette. These two are iconic. I could mention that shade. There's so many other ones, but these are just like the two that like came up right on top. So let's start off with Spooked, the most just perfect spooky Halloween palette in my collection. This color story is amazing. The formula is stunning. You'll have to let me know if you have this. I know so many of you picked this one up. It's just like epic. It's perfect for your spooky season year round because it's so versatile with the different tones and the different shades, cool tones, warm tones. They did such an amazing job with that palette. Now, last but certainly not least, this is the Haunted palette, and I absolutely love these tones. I love the mustards, I love the greens and the purples. Like, everything about this palette is perfection for me. It's so sparkly and beautiful, and I had to mention it. Like, I was gonna pick which one. I was like, I can't pick one. Obviously, like Bella Beaute Bar, like I couldn't pick, and I could not pick between these, so they both ended up in the tippity top picks for spooky season. That's gonna do it for today's video. Honestly, guys, I have so many palettes that I could have mentioned, but I tried to narrow it down and pick like my top 10. It's always so hard to pick my top 10. But I mean, I could be here forever. And also just want, like, real quick, my little Twilight palette. I know it's not like spooky season, but I just love this. Something about the tones. I actually like kind of personalized this for me. I don't know, there's something about the palette that I created. It's just extra like dark and deep and sexy and like all the things. Winter, but still spooky. So like this is a perfect version of the Twilight palette for like late fall when all the leaves have fallen and it's just getting kind of like cold and chilly, but still like mystical. I don't know. I love this palette. So I had to mention that because I use this all the time. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Please let me know down below your tippity top picks for spooky season wherever you are in the world. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.